Hello, everyone. It's me, Captain Blueberry Buckaroo, aka Lancer737, and today I'm going to be visiting everyone's Equestria. But first, I'm going to show you my friend code if it loads. There's my friend code, top left hand corner. Don't forget to add me. Um, and before I also visit everyone's Equestria, we're going to talk about a few things very lightly while I harvest some stuff and complete some stuff for this campaign. Let me turn this down. First, what is the consistency? How does everyone feel about G5 being the future of G4? Do you think it fits? Not everyone that I thought would be talking about it's talking about it. I'm just kind of curious. Do you not mind having any inconsistencies with the lore? Um, do you naturally think that it's not part of the same continuity? I'm just really interested in knowing what you guys think. Um, I still think that when it comes to just vanilla, the very first G4, I don't think it can be in the same universe. Now, if it's branching from Pony Life, which is technically G4, but it is a different universe, I think that's more plausible, and that is because of the tech differences. The one difference between Pony Life and standard G4 is all the iPhones and stuff. Um, of course, we're going to have to see more before we can get to the truth of just what is the relation between G4 and G5. I feel like they actually have better tech in G4, though a lot of it is Magitech, which we've talked about before. That's technology that's a hybridization with magic. It was created with magic, or it has elements of magic in it, like some components are magic based. Um, Good series to look at that has something like that is Visionaries, which I've mentioned before, but a couple other ones. Harry Potter, I believe, has some Magitech in it, at least in the movies. I've actually heard that it doesn't have Magitech in it, and that in the novels, technology does not work well around magic. There's some other fictions that are similar to that, so it's kind of interesting that it has that mechanic to its rules for how things work in the universe. And another one, which a lot of people might not think of, is Star Wars, though they've shown that magic is really the force. It's just the force is being used in a different way. Um, One of the most terrifying known super weapons that exist in all fictions is the Death Stars and the Star Killer base, and they are both, by definition, Magitech because lots of components in it are force-based items, and without those, the thing probably would not even work, or it wouldn't be anywhere near as powerful. I know I'm supposed to be collecting those rainbows right now, but I'm in a hurry to finish collecting stuff and then visiting everyone's Equestria. After visiting all the Equestrias that I possibly can, if everyone has Sweet Apple Acres or Canterlot open, or even the Crystal Empire and Clugtown, would you like me to visit those? And which ones would you want me to visit first between the other places that I don't normally visit? I would actually really like to do that. I just wish it had more stuff that you can customize it with. Unfortunately, in regards to making requests for changes for the game, I'm also been notified by the people in the Discord that they don't even listen to anyone there. So I don't even know the point. It's not looking too good when it comes to making requests for things in this game. Um, I'm hoping Facebook. I think they have a Facebook. If they have a Facebook, hopefully that they'll take questions or requests. And in that regard, if you can, if you see those people and you're on Facebook, please make the requests that I've been mentioning, that we need map extensions and stuff like that. It'd be very, very helpful for all of us to have map extensions. We're just running low really, really bad. And the reason I'm doing what I'm doing, which I'm pretty sure you know, I've said it before, but I'm doing this to keep track of where I have been. Okay. Are they next? Yeah, I guess so. So next is Vanilla Pants. And don't forget to add them. Their friend code is right next to their name. Hello, Vanilla Pants. Their place is extremely compacted. This is what our place is going to look like if we can't get map extensions. Now, I'm not complaining about this. I actually kind of like the style. It's just that we should have the right to choose how we want to customize our Ponyvilles and Canterlots and Equestrias overall. And if we don't have a map extension, then we'll have no choice but to have a place that looks like this, which I don't mind it. But I really love the work that I've put into in my Ponyville, and I would hate to have to destroy it just for more and more houses. I'm surprised they're just not having the characters go to pre-existing houses, to be honest with you. So I kind of like this section. It's kind of neat that they picked to have a lot of the similar colored buildings plus the tree houses, literal tree houses, sitting right next to each other, next to a lake or pond. I'm gonna say pond, and then Princess Luna. Okay, so this is epic already. This is my favorite spot. Vanilla Pants, you did an awesome job. But let's take more of a look. Oh, and there's a Evil Universe Twilight Sparkle. Now you're probably saying to yourself, "What the heck? That's not what Love Struck is." I know. She is a recolor though. But you never know. But that really is actually an evil Princess Luna. So we got to get out of here before we're destroyed. Vanilla Pants, Merry Christmas to you and have a Happy New Year. So it's going to be loading like this today. I think it takes longer to load when it's doing this, unfortunately. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it's going to load just as fast altogether, no matter how it. I'm kind of jumbling everything up. Maybe it'll load to the friends list faster, no matter how what method it uses. Okay, so next is Maximal Griffin, 46. Hello, Maximal Griffin. Here you go. Here's a present from me to you, and it's very similar to the last place, but it does have some parts that are organized. I'm actually extremely drawn to this section. What's on the screen might actually be my favorite one. I like the mixture of all the different buildings, but it's not like over. There's no specific style within this section that is used more than the other. It looks kind of neat, actually. I like it. That probably definitely is my favorite section. Yeah, this place is not bad, and I especially like this because, it's, like I said before, it's very interesting the buildings they chose to be in this spot, and there isn't really any design that is used more than the other, and it's kind of like an embodiment of what the ponies are here for, the good ones at least. Oh, and look, you got Luna next to Star Swirl the Bearded, and technically Starlight, although she's across from them, but and there's two ponies in a way, but still, that's pretty cool. Got a bunch of my favorite ponies just standing right there. Anyway, Maximal Griffin, Merry Christmas to you and have a Happy New Year. More loading. I think I mentioned this before, but in G5, I feel like they've been kind of weak when it comes to villains, though this is just an introduction video to G5. How did you feel about the villain in G5? From what I've seen of him, I thought he was kind of dull. No offense to G5, but it's like when you compare it to how we're introduced. Yeah, we're juiced. We're gonna get juiced into MLP. Be prepared. So when we're introduced to G4, they had one of the most spectacular villains that you could possibly start a series with, Nightmare Moon. I'm not just saying that because she's half Luna. She really is a fantastic villain in the backstory and everything about her. She's just very menacing. The way she uses magic, despite being really depowered because of what happened to her, how long she was locked away, she's still extremely dangerous. And then you have this one very petty character show up. I feel like he's more in league with being like a medium class, but still villain of the week villain. And I don't think they should have started with a villain like that. But that's my opinion. Go ahead and tell me what you think of the main villain in G5, at least the villain that we've been introduced to so far in G5. They've got lots of rainbows out, kind of like I do. It looks pretty nice. They're ready for St. Patrick's Day already, and Christmas at the same time. Love all the Christmas trees that they have out here. Ooh, and then there's the Elf Pony. Did anyone like that movie? I was kind of like meh with it. I can't remember his name. The name of the actor that plays this elf. Some of his movies are really awesome, and some of his movies are just really weird. And I felt like the elf was one of them. Every time I'm at the store during Christmas time, when I see that they have a cereal based off just his movie, I'm like, did that movie really deserve to have cereal named after it? I like this rocky, snowy area. It's really cool. That actually, if it's not that section, it's probably this section between those two. That's my favorite section. I know I'm an oddball, but I just really like the outdoors and I like that style. But either way, Golden Pants, you did a nice job here. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and good luck to you in the campaign. All that being said, what is what do you think will end up being better, G4 or G5? From all the stuff we've seen, G4 technically got a season 10, and unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna get more than that. This is something I was wanting to talk about at some point. I might as well talk about it in this video. The company that makes all the Hasbro comics, not just MLP, it's being sold off. Wait, no, it's not that it's being sold off. The licensing for all Hasbro stuff is being taken away. It's actually kind of sad. Um, IDW, it has not been doing well for a good while. I would like to say that it's because of COVID, but also the comic base from IDW for all the series, they've been consistent, but it's not growing, and that's their problem. If it was consistent and it had a good size, I would say that's still successful enough. And from the sounds of it, that's kind of like how it was. But at the same time, they wanted more and they weren't getting more viewers. So that's why Hasbro is pulling all their Hasbro licenses from IDW. And a different company is considering continuing on Transformers and G.I. Joe. That's the problem. There's a lot more than just Transformers and G.I. Joe. And if you're an MLP fan like us, we might not be getting any more seasons of G4. For some people, they might not mind, and they considered season 9 to be the ending, even if they did make a season 10. but a lot of us just really love the series. And I have to say, this place looks fantastic. I really really like it. This is probably my favorite one for today, especially this section here. In fact, this may be my favorite part here in Jet Cookie's place. Oh, here's my present to Jet Cookie. I forgot about that. For the usual reasons, I absolutely love it when you have buildings integrated with the forest. It looks really cool. But a lot of this looks really cool. Gives me ideas that I wish that if we got more map extensions, I want to add more trees kind of like this throughout the entire place. Looks really, really good. This is my favorite place today, Jet Cookie. You did an excellent job. Merry Christmas to you and Happy New Year. But yeah, no one, I've seen nothing for anyone picking up any of the other Hasbro stuff, even Mask, Mobile Armored Strike Command, not Jim Carrey. And that's very strange because Mask is in the exact same universe. It's not just in the Hasbro multiverse; it's in the literal exact same universe as GI Joe and Transformers. So for it to not have a continuation is kind of strange, unless they just go ahead and stick them in with Transformers and GI Joe, and they get, they don't get their own stuff, which would be pretty lame. I don't think anyone's done anything with Visionaries in a really long time, so I guess can't really complain about that. Although I can't complain that no one is doing anything with Visionaries. I just I I I hate what's happening with G4. And to be honest with you, I don't want to sound negative. I'm not really digging what I'm seeing with G5. I just don't like the art style, and it really really doesn't help. Again, they made it a Netflix exclusive, and I've said my reasons why I don't like Netflix. Anyway, this is Derpy Daisy. Let's check them out. Don't forget to add them. Their friend code is right next to their name. It's neat looking for sure. And I like this section. Mark my words, this is my favorite section here in this map. Of course, I could be wrong because I haven't looked at everything, but that is probably my favorite spot. It looks really nice. Kind of like this section too. Oh, you got I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a church, but always, when I see that, I think of a church, and this looks like a really nice church area. Let me know, Derpy Daisy, if you consider that to be a church and a church area. For me, it is a church, and in my Ponyville, that is a church. But this whole section here is really really nice too. I dare say it's actually tied for first place for my favorite section here. I really like this section too. You got a lot of really nice sections, Derpy Daisy, that you've constructed here in your Ponyville. Man, you're the first one to have three sections tied for first place as being really awesome. You should be really proud of yourself. This is a great place. Anyway, Derpy Daisy, Merry Christmas to you and have a Happy New Year. But yeah, I'm not really digging G5 too much. Now, if I can see stuff for it, I will talk about it, and I'm obviously going to see people reviewing it, and so I can at least see it from that degree. But it's just it has a completely different style to it. And I saw someone point out that they feel like that G5 is actually more of a successor from G3 than G4. Apparently, the premise for both of them is nearly identical. Magic has disappeared. Um, all the ponies, I guess, all the ponies I don't know if they hate each other, but they don't normally live anywhere near each other. So you'll have one place with all the unicorns, one place with all the Pegasus, and one place with all the Earth ponies. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure if they're called Earth ponies, the normal ponies in G3. I think that's purely a G4 thing, but I could be wrong. Anyway, Dusty Knight. Don't forget to add Dusty Knight. Their friend code is right next to their name. Let's check out your place. This is really cool. Really, really cool. I love this section here too. Already, you got my attention with this. What's on the screen might be my favorite place here in Dusty Knight's Ponyville. Oh, but I also really like this section. I think I like this the most. This is my favorite section here in Dusty Knight's place. Man, what they did with their Christmas tree, that's really cool. That's extremely festive. I love all the different mixes of Christmas trees, the candy canes, and the presents. That looks very sick. You did nice job there too, Dusty Knight. So oh, this is also really nice too. You guys just do a fantastic job, really. You do. I can guarantee you that blue candy cane tastes like blueberries. I should know because I have one upstairs on my tree. Although I think it's purple actually, not blue. And that's a conundrum. Why is a blueberry called a blueberry? Granted, yes, its skin is dark navy blue, but its juice when it's pure is purple. It makes you wonder. And then the actual meat of the blueberry is white, so it's like it could have been a white berry, it could have been a purple berry. I would actually like to prefer calling it a purple berry. But yeah, I could technically, if you want to get technical, it could have been called a navy blueberry. Um, anyway, Dusty Knight, this place looks excellent. It's very nice. You did an excellent job. Merry Christmas to you and have a happy New Year. I felt like I needed to go directly to the topic I was telling you about in brief how G5 is linked to G3. This is by Manny Manure, and this is what they had to say. While most of it is not all of G4 fans would take one look at the title at this topic and have a knee-jerking reaction to deny that with such fervent disdain and disgust until Tartarus freezes over, I am a G4 and all Gens fans who would like to look at the facts and present them to other fans who are more inclined to be open-minded. So let's take a look into the facts and dive into these claims, shall we? I say that G5 is G3. And many would immediately claim, ma'am, you're insane in the membrane. How is that possible? Well, my friends, one only needs to look at the content that MLP G3 delivers. And it's really bad. If you haven't seen it, it is incredibly boring. G5 is not unappealing for that, though. It does have some interesting stuff going on. It's already more entertaining than G3, but G3 is so bad and boring, you will pass out from trying to watch it from boredom. If you could die from boredom, G3 will cause it. It will. It has the magic of boredomness. Okay, so at the start, much like G5's premise, the three tribes of ponies, Earth, Unicorn, and Pegasus, live separately. Hold on one second. Okay. Earth ponies lived in. Whoa, excuse me. Earth ponies lived in Ponyville. Pegasi lived with their own kind on Butterfly Island, and unicorns lived in Unicornia. No mention of all the other races, but whatever. Oh yeah, that's right. They're talking about G3. In G3, despite the fact that it almost killed me with the boredom. I don't believe I did see anything else. I think they could have had breezies and or just butterfly Pegasi pony. They might have just been called butterfly ponies. I don't know. I don't think they had sea ponies. I think sea ponies only existed in G1 and then technically G4. There's hints in some books with legit sea ponies, but it's not to be mistaken for hippogriffs. Okay, where did I live off? Okay, now look at G5. The pony tribes are separate. Earth ponies in Maritime Bay, Pegasi and Zephyr Heights, and unicorns in Bridlewood. Furthermore, in G3, magic did not exist in the beginning. It wasn't even shown until Comeback Lily Lightly. That's a tongue twister. Say that 5 times faster. Your tongue might fall off. Through the character Lily, who herself had no clue what it is, even when she uses it by accident. Similarly, G5 follows the same pattern. While the characters do seem to know what magic is and how it poofed into disappearing one day, they live without it and have adapted their lives to the lack of its presence. Of course, the similarities do not end there. As G3 progresses, just as what hinted at in the premiere of G5, the tribes of ponies eventually learn the existence of other pony tribes and live in unison with them. More magic is utilized. Just like we have Sunny, Stark Scout, aiming to reunite the pony tribes and restore magic with the new friends she makes. Excluding bat ponies, they're jerks. We're never going to speak to them again. Excluding sea ponies, too, because they think they're better than us because they can hold their breath for 5 years. So we're not going to unite with them either. And forget the changelings. I might be going overboard with this. I have no idea if there's going to be any changelings in G5. Okay, we've covered this ground before G4's friendship is magic even existed, and that is why I say G5 is G3. Those who don't learn history are doomed to repeat it. Well, thankfully, the creators of G5 haven't, even though it's not something I'm really into. G5 at least wasn't absurdly boring like G3, and I don't know how they did it, but the colors were so intense in G3 when I was watching it on my TV. I was worried it was going to burn an image into my plasma screen TV. I'm serious. Like, I'm a purple holic. And so when I'm watching this, it has a purple Christmas tree in it with like gold garland on it and intense lights. But it was somehow so colorfully intense that, like I said, I thought it was going to burn an image into my TV. It was ridiculous. It was insane. And like I probably rewatched it over and over again, but I kept passing out. I was like, I'm not going to take the risk anymore in destroying my TV. That this is all ridiculous. So anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Tell me, what do you think about the similarities between G3 and G5? Is there standing there? Or is it that it only looks like there's similarities because the people that think there are just squinting really hard or have rose tinted glasses? You tell me down below. Anyway, take it easy, everyone, and good luck with the campaign.